Hey everybody, Jim CG here, and this is going to be part 2 to the little sculpting demo I'm doing. Um, Before I get into continuing with sculpts, I just want to kind of show you a quick trick. I think I've shown it before, but I'm going to show it again. So say if this mouth was totally ghastly and the nose and everything was just awful and you hated it and you just want to start from clean slate, fresh. You don't want to try and spend hours fixing it or whatever. Let me show you a quick trick to do that. So we're already in sculpting mode. Turn on dynamic topology. And now, so when I was sculpting the mouth, I was at this resolution here in constant detail mode. I'm going to lower that down to like that. And now if I go, I have the clay brush selected, I'm going to raise up my brush size, and voila, it's basically all gone. And you can kind of start over and not have to try and fix what you had. It wasn't as drastic as I was hoping. So we'll just do the mouth. We're not gonna, yeah, okay. So there it is. Boom, it's gone. And sometimes you get these weird artifacts like this. It's really easy to get rid of them. You just go modeling mode, sculpting mode, gone. I think it's a glitch. Maybe it'll be fixed in the full release of 2.80, but oh shoot. Don't do that, because that will, oh good, okay, we're good. Oh man, undos in 2.8 are killing me. Anyway, all right, so let's get back into the sculpting. Okay, let's get into sculpting. I'll get back into it. Turn on dynamic topology, and I don't know what's going on. I think, yeah, there we go. I keep clicking it, clicking through. That's weird. Let's change the resolution. Just pick the eyedropper and kind of pick an area that's not too dense, but bigger than 3 or 5 or whatever it was. Okay. I think I want to change some of the brow ridge a bit. It's a little low, and I think a little broad. His nose is too low. I want to bring up the mouth a little bit. Kind of just tweaking, making edits. You're going to do this a lot. Just keep looking at your entire sculpt and see what is working and not working, and adjust as needed. And you'll learn as you go how things should look and how to fix them. That's comes with practice. um, okay. Oh, and you'll have anatomy reference to look at to kind of compare as well. Let's see. I'm gonna fill this area in. It's looking really gaunt, his face, I mean. So yeah, just add a little muscle and fat in there. Already looks better. And I think that the neck muscles are a little weird, and that areas shouldn't bulge out like that. So let's just hold control with the clay and kind of smooth it out, and then push it in a bit. Hold control and push in, and then shift and smooth. And this I'm going to pull out a bit because it shouldn't have a concave like curve like that. Pull this out a little bit, because I think that angle of the neck muscle is wrong. Might be even too thin at the top. Push this in a little more. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. Still a little weird. And let's work on the ear a bit. So I'm just going to use the draw brush, work on the shape here a bit, bring out the ridge or the edge of the lip, or of the ear, cut in here, try and separate it from the head some more. Not high enough resolution to really get too detailed with this, but this should be a good start, you know, just to visualize it better. We'll come in later with high resolution. I like to kind of sculpt around with the resolution I'm at, and then once I've sort of done all I can do with that resolution, I will raise it and go back into everything. Playing with the ear some more. The head needs to, I don't want the head to come with it as much. You can use masks, which I should really do more of. I'll probably do a demo on masking just to teach myself better, or you know, get myself into using it. I did it all the time in ZBrush, but don't know why I don't use it here. Oh, save often, everybody, because undo glitch is real and it sucks, and I've lost so much. Okay, let's pop into modeling mode here, because I want to put the eyeball in. It's way better to have a actual spear in the eye socket to then sculpt the eyelids around. It's going to look so much better than if you just try to fudge it, or you know, work with it as best you can without anything. So let's just scale this down, and I think that's an okay size. It's probably too big, actually. Yeah, it's huge. Okay, that's a little better. Now let's try and place it wherever it looks good. This is going to be, you know, every model you do will be slightly different here, because hopefully you're not doing the same exact face every time. Although, arguably, I did, or I do. Yeah, I think it might need to come in a little bit. It's too far out. Maybe the eye's too small. Nope, don't want to do that. Pull it out. Yeah. So if you hit the G key and then X, Y, or Z, you can lock the movement to that axis, which is really awesome, so that you can get really precise movements, you know, because if you just hit grab and sort of move it around, it can move in all the axes freely, which you don't always want. So I use that all the time to give me more control over my translations with the grab tool. And I think it's okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go with it. Make sure you select your actual head and not the eyeball, because if you go into sculpting mode selecting the eyeball, then you'll be sculpting the eyeball. Okay, so let's sort of play around with this socket, get the flesh to come around the eyeball a little better. And already looking like an eye, or an eye shape, more or less. I think it's big enough. The head might be too tall. I should probably, yeah, I'm gonna leave it. It's stylized. Alright, now to work with the eyelids, you're gonna really need to ramp up the resolution. I think I'm basically doubling it. It is not, there we go. Alright, let's grab the clay brush and just kind of add in some clay for the eyelids. I love the subtlety. You could use the draw brush to achieve this too, and it would probably happen a lot faster. um, but it also kind of it's a lot stronger. The curve, I guess, is a lot stronger, and it really can get out of hand quickly. So I like to start with the clay when I want to get more. It's looking kind of weird. When I want to get more detailed, like I want to do the lip of the lid, which is important. Now, with the crease brush, let's cut in here to give that nice eyelid crease. I'm kind of going a little too perfectly round here. I might play around with that shape. Yeah, see, it should be a little flatter on the top. I'll work on that some more. To kind of indicate the lower lid a little better. Get in here. That's just too bulbous there. That's weird. Smooth it out. We don't want it like super cut in, but I want that shape to be indicated a bit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think I need to pull that back for the mouth because it needs to come around the side of the face, and that actually looks better already. I don't know, just a tiny little bit sort of fix that. Although I've made some little potholes in his face. That's easy to fix. Pull out some of this here. There's a lot of pushing and pulling you're going to do. I think I am using control and then the grab brush, and then if you hold control, you can push and pull like directly from the normal, which is infinitely useful. Having trouble here. Trying to push that in, but I keep pulling it out. There we go. Might be a little too much, but I can just add clay and bring it back. Yeah. Something like that. Now, back to the clay brush, and I'm going to pull this out. Because we're painting, add a little to the cheek, come down here for this skin area. Comes around the mouth. There's a name for that, probably. This is not an anatomy tutorial. You should have your own anatomy reference. I'm just sort of demoing my process. Okay. Now I'm going to use the grab brush and kind of play with this. It's got a lot of resolution, so pull it up, and then using control, I can pull it out like so. And it's very wobbly edge. I will fix that, but it's starting to look better for that bottom lid. Let's pull this top lid down a bit, really give it more of the shape it should have. And make that nice corner. And I might need to come forward a bit, just a tad. Okay. Constantly checking. I probably check too much. Smooth out this area. It's bothering me. Okay. Yeah, the face is definitely too long. My stylized excuse. Okay, let's work on the nose a bit. Just use the draw brush and hold control, and we can dig in. And just every time you let go and then go back in with the brush, it kind of digs in further and further. Now with the clay brush, we can build up the nasal, the flaps. Ugh, I really need to know these terms. Yeah, this is a little too narrow. Go. He's got a big nose, but that's okay. I have a big nose. Smooth out this. Maybe let's add some clay to the brow to enunciate that better. That's the wrong word. We're not speaking sculpting, we are sculpting. I'm a linguist, as that's my day job. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to add some volume to this above the eye here. I love it when it has that little curve there of, I guess it's fat. Kind of comes around with the brow there. He looks a little sad or surprised. Maybe both. Yeah, just work your way around the model. Kind of, don't get stuck in one place for too long. Let's cut in this line here for the mouth, or the skin around the mouth. Add some clay here to smooth this shape. And that might be too strong. I don't want it to look that old. You can really age people with strong lines like this. I'm gonna smooth that out. Maybe, yeah, weird pocket here. I think that line there might be too strong, so let's kind of end it here. Add a little bit more volume here. I'm just kind of looking at my reference and seeing what I can improve for the shape. Okay. Smooth this out. I always have places all over my model that I just didn't really smooth, and it looks weird. Okay, yeah, I think that needs some more. Alright. Okay. Nose is really big. Pointy. Let's, this lip is not way too low res. Let's cut in with the crease brush so we get that nice strong shadow in there. Try and follow the forms. Really cut in here, in the corner. The mouth. Okay. Yeah, I guess I should. Oh, that's funny back there. It's not looking too bad. It's a good thing. I think I need to pull out this cheek a bit though. His face is looking really flat there. With this angle, you should definitely see more of a bulge. The cheek. Just gonna pull this out. It's a little better. Might be too much. Smooth that. Yeah, okay. Now let's work on this ear some more now that we have some more resolution to work with. I'm going to grab the draw brush here. Let's just kind of carve out the inner ear, or well, not the inner ear, but the inside of your, you know what I mean. um, I draw ears a lot, so I kind of look at ears a lot, and this is not by no means a perfect ear, but you know, kind of learn what the anatomy of an ear is, so that when you're sculpting, you have a better concept of what you're doing. I think, my reference, I'm using the planar head just as the basic shape of an ear. It doesn't have any of the details. Um, maybe that's why my ears are mediocre looking, but um, you know, that's why I practice a lot. Get better at this. The more heads you sculpt, the more ears, the more eyes, the more noses you do. There's a bit of a ridge here in most ears. There's so much variation too. I mean, look at photographs of all different people, and ears are just so infinitely different. But there's some basic parts that you will play with and design yourself for each character you do, and that will, as long as you've got those basic parts, people will like, okay, that's an ear. Even non-artists can kind of look at something real quickly and be like, that doesn't look right, because our brain is really good at determining those things. That's why, the uncanny valley with CG that looks really close to real, but it's not. Your brain's telling you, oh, that's weird. It's a little off-settling or off-putting, unsettling. This is, I think I probably need more resolution to cut this in properly, but really don't want to go there yet. And I may not even with this sculpt demo. Actually, that's probably deep enough. I can always add clay on top of it too to bring it out some more. Smooth out this so it's not so jagged. Okay. It's starting to look like an ear. That's weird. Let me try and get rid of these divots, potholes. A little bit anyway. And that's maybe, this jaw is kind of lost. So let's bring it back here a bit. Oh, kind of killed the corner. I think I'm going to undo that. Okay, let's actually just sculpt it up instead of in. More jaw is always good on a guy. Make sure it's not like a mega ridge, so it looks like he has some kind of weird chin strap bone. Yeah. That's looking a little more defined. And it doesn't look like it's jutting out too crazy either, so that worked out. Okay, back to the ear. Need to add some more resolution around here, smooth this out. It's still, I don't know what resolution it was at, but very low. Build up the lobe a bit. And now we'll do the draw brush here. That little, again, the term escapes me, but this part of the ear is, it can be very different from person to person. I tend to do them all the same in my sculpts, but, just indicating it helps with suspension of disbelief. It looks like an ear-ish. Alright, now I think I need to work on the eyes a bit more. They're looking pretty weird. Something that really helps to sell eyes is the lip or the edge, where that flat plane that goes from the lid to the eye, and light really hits there, and it's surprisingly big. Like there's barely any lip here. Let's add it in. I could probably even make it bigger, but just start with this for now. Oh, that lower lid is looking weirdly shaped. But we'll do a bit more on the top lid first. Try and get that edge, that plane, really sells it. There we are. The top lid kind of comes over the bottom lid a bit here. It's more pronounced in some people than others. Alright. I mean, I could always go thicker with that. But I need to really raise the resolution because I think it's going to look too jagged. Let's get this crease a little deeper so that light really, the shadows really collect in there, especially when you turn on ambient occlusion. Yeah, cut that in. Change the eyelid or the fold shape a little bit. And I'm going to try and cut a fold in here, but I'm probably going to get rid of it. Might need more resolution to really achieve that second fold. Now I'm going to have to bring that down a bit. Yeah. And let's smooth this out now that I have more resolution. Bring this up. Oh, and destroy it again. It's a constant battle for me. Yeah, I'm just going to smooth that out. It doesn't look good. I'm definitely not selling it. Smooth this out too, and then try and flatten that out. I mean, it's round, but it's not so. I guess bulbous isn't quite the right word, but Okay, that's better. Now, with more resolution, I can kind of get rid of these spikes, or at least mitigate them a bit. Okay. Yeah, I need to. The lip comes out way too much from the rest of the lid, so I'm just gonna play with that as I go. All right. This is funky. That is funky too. Okay, let's try and add more clay, bring that back up. Well, I just basically did the same thing again. Yeah, no. That is not what I want. So try and pull this in without really affecting it above it. Smooth that out. And that needs to be smoothed because there shouldn't be that weird ridge. Okay. It's actually not looking too bad overall. I shouldn't sound surprised, I guess. Okay, so let's put the other eyeball in, because I think this is about as far as I'm going to go for this demo. So make sure the pivot point before you mirror is set to the center, which should be the center cursor, and then make sure it's the x-axis. So it'll just mirror nice and easy over. And yeah, I think that's about as far as I'm going to go. It's not bad, actually. Really shouldn't sound surprised, but I am. Yeah, that neck is really weird. I should have worked on that some more, but next time. So let me know what you think about this sculpting demo and the format in general. Did you, is this, am I going too fast? Am I explaining things well enough? Please let me know. And if there is, if you want me to do videos where I'm just sculpting the nose, just the mouth, just the eye, just the ear, whatever, I kind of think I want to do that. So let me know if that's something you guys and girls want to see, and I'll do that. So I hope that this helped you kind of see the process I go through to, get from a sphere to a head. And, of course, this is just a demo, so I would definitely continue going on. There's so much that needs fixing. But, in, I guess, is around 40 minutes, I got a pretty convincing head. And let me tell you, before I did the 30-day, 30-head challenge, I've got a little playlist for that if you go watch it. And I could not have done this in 40 minutes. It would have taken me 2 hours to get something way worse looking. So, practice is going to help you. And I hope that I've given you the tools and a sort of, not step by step, but like a method of practicing sculpting heads. So let me know what you think about it. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks.